Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Malebo Mokari. For those of you who are new here, and to all my returning subscribers, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. I hope that you will, be part of this family. You will find the content that I share insightful and interesting, and it will actually motivate you to take care of your health. So with that being said, we are in August, which is Women's Month, and I wanted to have a video where I give you guys tips on how to prepare to go see a specialist. It is very important for us to get checked regularly. We need to know what is happening in our bodies so that we can better take care of ourselves. We had a conversation with my friend Mabat in the previous video where she emphasized how important it is to just know what is going on in your body and to get yourself checked out. So I am going to give you guys a few tips because I have been to a specialist in June. Went to a specialist, had a conversation with a specialist, and there were certain information or questions that I was asked that I felt, everyone could actually benefit from. So I hope that you guys, will, as always, receive this content receive this message with open hearts, and you will be motivated to go and get checked out. Please, before the end of this month, even if you can, even if you can set an appointment, but just make sure that it is done. Okay, so here are some tips on how to prepare to go see a specialist. Firstly, make sure that you gather all your records. So you are obviously going to be asked about your medical history. So it is very important to be open and transparent about whatever procedures or whatever conditions that you live with, so that the doctor is able to better help you. So gather all your records, whatever procedure you did, when, how, with which doctors. Gather all your records. I was asked about all the procedures that I've done. Literally, they said I should not leave anything out. Even that operation I did when I was like 13 to remove my tonsils, it's very important. So gather all your records. I was asked about the doctors that I have seen, the doctors that have operated me, the hospitals I've been to where I was operated, and obviously I was asked about my procedure, if I got any information about my endometriosis, if I was given information on how far the endometriosis was, the severity of the endometriosis. Remember, I have a video in where I mentioned that endometriosis has 4 stages. So you need to know all that information. Gather all your records and go see your doctor. This is important. Number 2, please keep a journal of all your symptoms. This was also highlighted this past weekend. I went to a fertility show. It's called Fertility Show Africa. I went there this past weekend, and there was one doctor who was giving a presentation on PCOS who said that it's very important for one to keep a journal of their menstruation, so that we are able, they're able to see if it's regular or not regular and what steps they can take. So it is very important for you to keep a journal of all your symptoms, all the pain that you have. It doesn't matter how insignificant you think it may be, but this can really be important and can help you in actually getting a diagnosis. So keep a record of all your symptoms, everything. Do not feel ashamed. If you feel like you're bloated today, tomorrow you have a runny tummy, tomorrow you are not, you're vomiting. These are very important. This can help with actually getting a diagnosis. So keep a record of all your symptoms. Number 3, take all your meds. I was asked this question by the doctor. He asked me what medication am I taking, and if I'm taking any alternative medication, such as herbs or anything, any tonics. If I'm taking anything of that sort, he needed to know so that we are better, like he's better prepared, we are both better prepared going forward. So make sure that you take all your medication. You show them that this is the medication that you are taking. I mean, some of them they may approve of, some they do not really approve on. This can help you and help your doctor in trying to just establish what step needs to be taken. Do you need to go for surgery? Do you need to take this medication instead of that medication? So please make sure that you take all your meds. Do not leave anything behind. This was also emphasized in the show that I went to, the fertility show Africa that I went to on Saturday. The doctors, I think like 2 doctors mentioned that they want to know what medication you are taking. You know, you don't want to be going into surgery and there are complications, and those complications are caused by medication that you're taking that is combined with the medication that they're giving you during surgery, and then it's a problem. So make sure that you take all your meds and show your doctor that these are all the meds that you are taking. Number 4, please prepare yourself mentally. It is such an, I don't know how to even put it. This journey is overwhelming, and sometimes you go to the doctor's rooms, you are thinking you are okay, but you are met with other news. So you need to prepare yourself mentally. But if I go there and I find that there's something else added to what I'm going through, how am I going to take it? So make sure that you prepare yourself mentally. You meditate. You pray. You just calm yourself down, but prepare yourself mentally. I mean, I remember when I went to the doctor before I was diagnosed with endometriosis, I went into his room thinking, like it's just going to be a checkup. He's probably going to tell me that I'm okay. But I left his rooms having to, pick a date for surgery. So that takes a mental toll on you. So you need to prepare yourself mentally that you may go into the doctor's office. You guys may not agree. That's another thing that you also need to prepare yourself mentally about. You guys may not agree on a lot of things, or you may just go in there and you're told that you need to go for surgery, or you're just told other news that you were not expecting. But just please make sure that you prepare yourself mentally. This is quite important. I mean, like, in the doctor's rooms, being shocked by news that you are not expecting. So prepare yourself mentally. It is already an overwhelming journey. It's so overwhelming, but you also just, you need to try, and we need, me included, to just also try to play our part. What can we do to help our mental health? Number 5, please bring a list of questions. Take a list of questions. Whatever questions you want to ask. Hey, my former boss. You must ask. You must ask. Ask for clarity. Ask for clarity if you do not understand. Make sure that you have questions. If you are suspecting that you're living with a certain condition, we obviously run to Google and the University of YouTube to get certain answers. If you feel like you are not clarified or you want to probe further, please ask your doctor. You are paying them. You are paying them. Make sure that you ask questions. Whatever questions you are not certain about, ask. Even if the doctor tells you something, don't just sit there and accept everything. Ask questions. Okay, doctor, if you're saying we are going into surgery, what kind of surgery am I doing? How long am I going to recover if I do go for surgery? These are important questions. Ask about the different stages of endometriosis. What do they mean? And what happens if I'm already on the severe stage of endometriosis? What's the next step? If I continue having more surgeries, is this not damaging my organs? Ask all the questions that you need to ask. Do not be afraid of asking questions. Number 6, please go to these doctor's appointments with someone, like someone who is supportive, someone that you trust, someone who has, good intentions and wants to see you, getting better, or wants to see you getting better, who wants to, see you get to a point where you know what is going on in your body and how you can get assisted. If you are married, take your husbands to these appointments. I know sometimes it's a bit tricky. Like in my case, there are some doctor's appointments that my husband has missed because he travels. So please take someone that you trust. It can be your mom, it can be your best friend, it can be your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It doesn't matter. Please just don't go to these doctor's appointments alone. It is overwhelming. It is emotionally taxing. Sometimes you go in there thinking that you've got it all together, and you get told other news that you are not expecting. You forget everything that you wanted to ask the doctor, but having someone there to just calm you down and tell you that, okay, now this is where we are, let's move on to the next step. These are some of the questions that you wanted to ask the doctor. Have someone who is going to calm you down, someone that is going to hold your hand through through these doctor's visits. It gets lonely. It gets extremely lonely, and having someone by your side who just wants to see you okay, who just wants to make sure that you are good, it really goes a long way. So bring someone along. Some of these appointments are quite early. Explain that to your loved ones, but if there's anyone who wants to see you better, they won't really complain about the time that they have to wake up. So something that also stood out this past weekend at the fertility show is that it's much better to go see a specialist than going to see like just the normal gynae, especially if you are living with a certain condition, especially if you are, or you are suspecting that you might be living with a certain condition. It is much better to go see a specialist, someone who's an expert in that area. There are a lot of gynaes who do refer patients to specialists, especially if they feel this is beyond their scope. I feel like having a conversation with a specialist literally opened my eyes. He mentioned a few things that till today I'm still shocked. But I feel like had we dealt with these things like 2 years ago, I think I would be in a much better position than I am now. So rather go to that specialist. I know it's costly, and this is something that was also mentioned this past weekend, that the cost involved around seeing these doctors is it's a lot. But for your health, for our health, I would recommend that. It's your health, your body, your life. No punya matlo, and pay that amount. But in most cases, you are able to claim back from your medical aid, which is good. But yeah, that is all I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you found these tips insightful. I hope they will help you going forward. If there are any other tips that you want to share with me, or you want to share with everyone, please do not be afraid to comment down below. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.